up, all you literary femmes and gents? It is your girl Deja, and I'm back with a brand new video on my channel. So today is day 3 of the Strike Back Videoathon, and for today it is your favorite fantasy novels. So I'm going to be giving you guys 3 different series. I can't count with my fingers, ignore that. I'm going to be giving you guys 3 different series that I think you would enjoy if you like fantasy novels. So for those of you who are like, you know what, fantasy isn't really my thing, but it's something that I want to start trying out, I definitely recommend that you read The Fire Within series by Chris DeLacy. So The Fire Within revolves around this guy named David who decides to become a tenant with Elizabeth, who makes clay dragons and who lives with her 11-year-old daughter, Lucy. And she always likes to joke around that there's something interesting about the dragons that she sculpts, that she makes, and she always has them like doing like funny things that you would see a human do. And so she makes one for David, and David starts to realize that maybe these clay dragons aren't exactly like just raw materials that you can just sculpt together, that they actually might be real. And you start to get into this adventure of David kind of getting back in touch with kind of being able to imagine that there might be something more out there, that there might actually be something like fantastical about the world. And it's a really good book series. I have not read the whole book series. I've only gotten through book 1 and halfway through book 2. But if you're somebody who wants to start delving into fantasy, this is definitely a book that I recommend that you try to read. So for those of you that are already like into fantasy, but you like compound books, so here's one that is both fantasy and romance, and that is the Immortal series by Alison Noel. This is the first one, Evermore. So this book series revolves around a girl named Ever who runs into this boy named Damon, and she starts getting these vibes from him. Like, I feel like I've seen you somewhere. And I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say Damon and her have some history. And I literally mean that in every sense of the word. They have history together. So if you're into a story that has some mystery, there's romance as well as fantasy, because we're dealing with some, this series, once you start getting to like the 3rd book, starts getting kind of dark. It took me for a surprise because things start happening. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I definitely recommend you guys read this if you are into that genre. And last but definitely not least is the Maximum Ride series by James Patterson. I'm not sure which book this is. I'm pretty sure, okay, so it says right here on the spine. This is book 5. Okay, so don't actually look up this book. Look up the Maximum Ride series. I have the first one on my Kindle, but I still wanted to be able to hold like a physical book, so that's why I'm holding the 5th one up, so ignore me. So this is the Maximum Ride series. It revolves around these kids. It's Max, Fang, Izzy, Gazzy, Angel, and Nudge, who all grew up in this facility where they were experimented on by these scientists, and at the end of the result they have wings in which they can use to fly, and it's so cool. That's like one of my all-time things like I used to dream about when I was a kid, was being able to grow wings and fly, because I thought that'd be the most awesome thing ever. Even though I'm afraid of heights, I would still do it. And they escape from the facility with the help of one of the scientists named Jeb. Alright, and then one day Jeb disappears and they're left to fend on their own, and when the organization comes back and kidnaps one of them, they have to go and rescue this individual. I was first introduced to this series by my language arts teacher back in middle school, because she knows I like to read a lot, and so she was like, Deja, I think you would like this series, and she was totally right. Okay, OMG. I do not have the latest book of this installment. I think it's called Angel, which is one of the characters of the books, but I have almost all of the ones that from this series, and oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better with every single book. So if you guys are like really deep into fantasy, and this one has like a little mix of sci-fi with it as well, I definitely recommend that you guys read this series because it's freaking amazing. So now that we have found ourselves at the end of the video, you guys know what's gonna happen next. Booktuber shout out. So the booktuber I'm going to be shouting out today is Courtney over at Cortagonist. She does mystery novels. I was watching a lot of her videos and a lot of them revolve around cozy mysteries. And I did not know what that was until I watched her video literally titled, "What is a cozy mystery?" Because I was really confused as to what that was. And so if you guys are really into mystery thriller type novels that involve murder and somebody having to solve that murder, but it's not like too complex, as she said, it's more of like you have to figure out who done it before the author actually tells you, I definitely recommend that you go check out her channel and watch her videos. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys did the tag for today, or if you've been doing the tags for the Strike Back Videoathon, definitely leave a link down in the comment section down below to your video so I can come watch it, because I'm always trying to look for new people and subscribe to new people for booktubers, because the movement we've been doing is awesome, and like every day I'm finding new booktubers and I'm subscribing to new people because I'm just like, OMG, you're amazing. So that is it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content from moi, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!